The AR-15 assault rifle in semi-automatic mode can fire 45 rounds per minute. Once you have loaded a magazine, all you need to do is pull the trigger repeatedly. Present-day gun laws have deep roots in the history of firearms. The U.S. constitutional amendment that undergirds the right to bear an AR-15 was ratified in 1791. The first kind of firearms to be regulated in Europe were matchlock guns. An expert soldier could fire 1 round every minute and a half.
Ready, aim, fire.
Technology had improved by the time of the Revolutionary War. The most common firearm in that war was the smoothbore musket. These flintlock muskets doubled the rate of fire of the matchlock because you no longer had to hold a lighted match to the gunpowder. An actual piece of flint generated the spark to fire the powder. A handbook for infantry, published in Philadelphia in 1813, describes the 12 steps in the firing cycle. A well-trained soldier could fire about once every 45 seconds.
Ready, aim, fire.
These were the arms that the Second Amendment guaranteed the right of U.S. citizens to bear. The AR-15 was originally built for the battlefield as well. Its standard mode is automatic, and in this mode it can fire at the rate of over 800 rounds per minute. At this rate, a soldier can empty a magazine of 30 rounds in 2.3 seconds. Add in 3 seconds to load a new magazine, and the soldier can realistically go through 10 magazines in 60 seconds, yielding an actual rate of fire of about 300 rounds per minute. And in some states, a private citizen can legally shoot close to that rate using a bump stock. In the American Firearms Act of 1968, Congress classified any guns made before 1898 as antique firearms, and therefore exempt from the new laws that they were making about guns. This constituted an explicit modernity claim. The government will regulate modern firearms, but not antique firearms. Why? The definition is technological. Flintlock mechanisms, for example, are antique. Modern guns are distinguished by using fixed ammunition. That is, everything you need to fire the weapon is contained in the bullet you load in the gun. No tearing of powder packets with your teeth, no ramrodding required. This technological break with the past facilitates a much faster rate of fire. The American Firearms Act outlawed automatic machine guns for private citizens. In so doing, it made an implicit modernity claim. It said, in effect, this class of firearms has made a sharp break from previous firearms. Automatic machine guns are modern in that they have almost nothing substantial in common with pre-modern arms like the flintlock musket. Although they both bear the name of firearm, the AR-15 constitutes a new technology not covered by the constitutional right to bear arms. The 19th century had school shootings too. In fact, a lot of them. Look it up on Wikipedia. But it was much harder to pull off a mass shooting if it took a long time to reload a gun. By the time this video ends, our flintlock shooter will have gotten off about 6 shots, if somebody did not tackle him while reloading. In the same amount of time, the AR-15, in legal semi-automatic mode without a bump stock or other modifications, will have unloaded more than 200 rounds. This seems like a good place to make a strong modernity claim. To claim the past is not relevant here, and that automatic and semi-automatic weapons mark a new era. The authors of the Second Amendment could never have imagined assault rifles. The American Firearms Act of 1968 drew that strong line between modern and pre-modern firearms. But the application of those laws is now very much up in the air, and it all depends on whether or not to make a strong modernity claim about gun technology and culture. When this video was made, in December 2023, This very question of the modernity of gun laws was under consideration by the Supreme Court in the case of United States versus Rahimi.